Hey beautiful souls, welcome to this segment of my channel. This is about 3 signs that you might be experiencing a spiritual awakening. And it's about understanding spiritual awakening in your own way. And a spiritual awakening can mean different things to different people, but at its core it's about experiencing a deep internal shift. Over time, this transformative experience has been known by many names: enlightenment, self-realization, salvation, or even inner freedom. In the yogic tradition, you might hear it called samadhi, moksha, or kundalini rising. In Buddhism, it's often described as nirvana. While the labels may change across cultures and beliefs, the essence of the experience remains strikingly similar. Now, the question is like, what really happens during a spiritual awakening? And this is something where I have to continually remind myself, because you have to pay attention and be conscious to yourself, your own emotions, right? And a lot of times life just kind of carries you forward and on, and you're just continually on your grind. And sometimes you get these blinders where you're just not seeing the whole picture. And you have to take the time to remind yourself. So sometimes I might go through something and it might be the next day where I think about something and I'm like, oh, I see that. Okay? So what really happens during a spiritual awakening? A spiritual awakening often unfolds during a major turning point in someone's life. It's like a mental, emotional, or even energetic reset. Your perspective begins to shift. Sometimes gradually and sometimes all at once, like just smack you in the face, and you just one day wake up and realize that there's been a shift or a change. And this awakening can lead to more clarity, a deeper sense of purpose, a newer way of seeing the world, and a new way of seeing yourself even. Although this process can be intense and even a bit unsettling, it also lays down the groundwork for emotional healing, self-discovery, and a renewed connection to life and even a connection to others. And now another question is what are the common signs? Because sometimes your internal clock, your internal voices, your internal feelings don't show up the way that they're meant to. A lot of things are hidden. We get little messages, feelings, and sometimes we have to decipher through those. And if we don't have the energy or the know-how to kind of pick through and sort through all of that, it can come out and present itself like anxiety, confusion, stress. You know, it can show up in many different ways, and sometimes we kind of just sit and not know whether we're going through something emotionally or if we are going through a shift. So a shift is, it's awareness. So technically, here are the 3 signs where you might be experiencing a spiritual awakening, right? So the first one is, and you might begin to notice life from a broader perspective, whether it's subtle or profound. This shift is consciousness. It brings an inner peace and a sense of connection that feels unfamiliar, but it feels right? It's not just about thinking differently. It's about feeling more deeply and being more present. You may become more attuned to your intuition, and with that comes more empathy, compassion, and an awareness of how interconnected we truly are. And the second part is recognizing the spiritual dimension, right? So part of awakening means sensing that there's more to life than what we see on the surface. This can lead you to explore meditation, prayer, energy work, and spiritual texts. Some people even have direct, unexplainable experiences, mystical, religious, or even out-of-body events that shift their worldview completely. These moments don't always make logical sense, but they often bring a lasting sense of inner knowing. And number 3 is questioning old beliefs. As your inner world begins to expand, you might find yourself questioning long-held beliefs, habits, or social norms. This isn't about rebellion, it's about alignment, right? You start to notice which ideas no longer resonate with you, and you feel more drawn to beliefs or practices that reflect your evolving sense of truth. These inner questions help clear the way for a more authentic and grounded spiritual journey. A spiritual awakening isn't always neat or predictable. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you really are. It's a process, and it's a path. and a personal experience that unfolds in its own time. And the more you lean into it, the more layers of the old begin to just naturally fall away, like peeling away the onion, right? Revealing the depth, purpose, and peace that we all long for. A spiritual awakening isn't reserved for monks on mountaintops or people who have it all figured out, right? It can happen in the middle of a heartbreak. It could happen on your couch. It could happen during your morning walk. And it's not about being perfect or knowing all of the answers. It's about being open to growth, open to change, and rediscovering your own truth. So no matter where you are on your path, just know that it's okay to take it one step at a time. Keep asking questions, keep listening inwards, and most importantly, trust that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. So take a moment to think about that. Until next time, guys, take care of your spirit, be gentle with your heart, and always keep it 100. Till next time.